The date is the 15th of August 2025. The time is now 3:51 p.m. and an absolutely fantastic supernatural miracle has just happened. That's my daughter Eugenie, who I haven't seen since I was wrongly disfellowshipped by the corrupt elders of the Birchwood Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses Lincoln, UK. I haven't seen her since June 2010. Well, I might have saw her at the Access Centre next door to the Kingdom Hall, but I haven't seen her since. But I'll show you this supernatural miracle. Now, what it is, Simon Eshelby, the chairman of my judicial committee, he actually, well, he got the big brown reference Bible for me from the counter at the Kingdom Hall. I don't know whether they probably had to order it, but I put it under my computer desk, which is here. And it's underneath. It's been under there 10 years now. Quite often it'll turn its pages on its own, right? And it's done it again now. Just come down and basically, here we go. Look at this. Oh, it's actually got the Pi video trailer about the mathematics of the universe, how I see everything. Look, that's how I work out everything. It's through Pi and mathematics and gematria. But Jehovah's, the angels put that on there. Look, it says there, truly astonishing, truly unique. And that's the Pi video. Yeah. You want to check that on YouTube, right? This Bible is turned by itself. I swear, I've come down and it's been turned. Actually, this Pi trailer video, DVD, was actually on top of here the other day. And it's totally turned to a different page. Totally turned to a different page. And it's on, if I go in a bit close, it's actually on Leviticus chapter 25, right? And it actually says there, the 50th year, the year of restoration. It's the Jubilee year, what I'd already worked out this year. And it's on chapter 25, I swear. I don't ever move this. Anything in my house, I never move because I just don't want to, well, I don't lie. I'm not capable of telling lies anyway. But this is what's just happened as I came down. I was quite shocked because that's another sign from the angel, Jehovah or the angels, that we are nearing the end of Watchtower. And that's actually on page 172, which will be a sign. But look, there it says, look, Jubilee year. This must have turned, the pages must have turned many times over the years. When I came out of the mental hospital one, it had turned to Nahum chapter 2, which is talking about it will restore Jacob. And Jacob means James, is Hebrew, and James means the equivalent in Greek is James. So I won't mess around with Jehovah now. That's obviously proof. You don't need much proof than that. Yeah, once when I came out of the hospital, you know the Revelation Grand Climax, I had my copy. Well, when I went into the Peter Hodgkinson Centre once, I came out and I went to get it. It was just on the floor where it normally is, so I've kept it for a long, months and years, and it had disappeared. I had to get a new copy. But that's what Jehovah does in my house. Or the angels. I think it's the angels, to be honest. They give me messages. What I'm going to do now is do a screen recording of Leviticus chapter 25. I know it's talking about restoration. Look, the year of restorations for Israel, which is Jehovah's Witnesses, spiritual Israel. So I'll do that now, and then we'll see what it says, because I'm not sure. I just forgot to mention as well, there's a picture that was on here, right? That's fell off as well, along with the Bible pages being moved and the Pi video trailer Pi video being put up on there, and the pictures down here behind the telly. Look, that's fell off, and that's a picture of the dogs Boo and Mason. That's got two on it. Now this picture, see what God does, Jehovah, he'll actually back up a miracle with another miracle. And I know this is a miracle because I ordered one for my friend And basically what happened was, a few days later, I got another order, no email, and I got this picture of the 2 dogs on it, and opened the box, and it was covered in a plastic sleeve, and it was all droplets of water all over the thing. So that's another miracle. Look, that's fell off there. No reason why that should have fell off. Still sticky. So that's a bit strange. It fell off at the same time as that Bible there, down there. So obviously dog backwards is God, and there's 2 of us. There's Elijah the prophet, who is God, and also Jehovah is God, and the Holy Spirit. But that's why that's fallen off, definitely. And that's my daughter Eugenie, and I'm 100% going to get her back soon. I'm taking Watchtower in turmoil now, by the way. They have been obliterated, right? And I'm not saying how, but they are. They're gone. They've gone. That's my that's the last card Eugenie sent me when she was at Scarborough. She said something like, Daddy, I hope you are... Oh, it makes me cry. Daddy something, I can't read it there. But she actually put a that seashell on there, look. That's the seashell she put on. Anyway, I'm going to get this loaded up. I'm just going to... yeah, this is Leviticus chapter 25, so I'll do a screenshot in a minute. But just to confirm, it's year of restoration, and then we have it on chapter... I don't read Leviticus much, but that's on 25. That must be important. And then we've got the pie video. Yeah, you want to look at that pie video. It's called Pie Trailer, if you have a look. Give you a quick overview of it. Okay. Right, you've just seen in the previous video a supernatural miracle. This kind of thing happens all the time with me. I seem to get a supernatural miracle every day. But this is the message that Jehovah the angels have given me by turning in the Bible that Simon Eshelby, who was on my judicial committee, gave me just before I got disfellowshipped. It's on Leviticus chapter 25 with the pie video. Look on YouTube about put in pie trailer, and it'll explain the patterns in the universe and everything to do it. That's how I work things out and look into the future. But this is what Leviticus chapter 25 about, that the Bible turned to. Here we go.
Leviticus chapter 25 primarily addresses the concept of the Jubilee year and the Sabbath year. Here are the key points. 1. Sabbath year, verses 1 to 7. Every 7th year the land is to rest, meaning no planting or harvesting is allowed. This practice is intended to allow the land to rejuvenate. 2. Jubilee year, verses 8 to 17. After 7 cycles of 7 years, 49 years, the following year is the Jubilee year. During this time, all land that has been sold is to be returned to its original owner, and those who have become poor and sold themselves into servitude are to be freed. It emphasizes the idea of restoring property and freedom. 3. Economic fairness, verses 18 to 22. The chapter emphasizes trust in God's provision, instructing the Israelites to live according to these laws to ensure economic fairness and social justice. 4. Redemption of property, verses 23 to 28. It outlines how land cannot be permanently sold, as it ultimately belongs to God. There are provisions for redeeming property within the family. Support for the poor, verses 24. These verses provide further details on how to handle property sales and ensure that the needs of the poor are met. 6. Guidance on slavery, verses 35 to 55. The chapter concludes with guidelines on how to treat fellow Israelites who may fall into poverty and become indentured servants, emphasizing humane treatment and the importance of freeing them in the Jubilee year. Overall, Leviticus 25 focuses on themes of rest, redemption, and social justice within the community.
Yeah, this is definitely a message from the angels. I didn't even know it said this in Leviticus chapter 25 because I don't really look at that Bible book. My favourite Bible book is Isaiah, but it's talking about Jubilee year, which I worked out a few years ago that it would be the Jubilee year in 2025. It's basically, I think it's to do with 70 Jubilees from when the Israelites entered the Promised Land until now, which I can work out. But then you've got redemption of property. It's basically Jehovah's Witnesses being redeemed, basically, from the Watchtower. That's what it's talking about. But that's the message. Now, the date today is, we say in the United Kingdom, 15th of August, but obviously American way, which I've got on my weather station, it's 8th of the 15th. Now, if you look at this date today with this miracle happening, oh no, that's all right, here we go. Now if you put 8:15 into my Gematria Bible app, well, the 815th chapter, August the 15th, is actually Ezekiel chapter 13. So we'll just see what that says, shall we? Get my chat on AI. This is really good, this is. What is Ezekiel chapter 13 about? There we go. Start. I'll play it in a minute. Right. Here we go. This is what the well, the date is American way, 8th of the 15th. The 815th chapter of the Bible is Ezekiel chapter 13. Here we go.
Ezekiel chapter 13 addresses the issues of false prophets and the consequences of their actions.
Watchtower.
Here are the key points. 1. Condemnation of false prophets, verses 1 to 7. God speaks through Ezekiel to denounce the false prophets in Israel who claim to speak on his behalf. These prophets are accused of misleading the people and not warning them of impending judgment. 2. Empty prophecies, verses 8 to 12. The chapter describes how these prophets have prophesied peace when there is no peace. They are likened to untempered mortar, which cannot provide a solid foundation. Their predictions are based on illusions rather than the truth. God's judgment, verses 13 to 16. The Lord declares that he will bring judgment upon these false prophets. The chapter details how their falsehoods will lead to their downfall, and they will not be able to escape the consequences of their actions. 4. Women prophets, verses 17 to 23. Ezekiel also addresses women who prophesy falsely, using charms and magic to deceive people. God condemns their practices and promises to put an end to their influence. Overall, Ezekiel 13 emphasizes the seriousness of false prophecy, the need for genuine guidance from God, and the consequences of misleading his people.
Yeah, that was definitely talking about the Watchtower, the dog's barking. That was Ezekiel, well, that's 8:15. We're going to have a look at chapter 851 now. I think I've got the Chinese just turned up, so I'll just stop it for now.